Reversed roles, exploring intimacy's new horizons. In the dance of intimacy, sometimes the lead is more harmonious in the hands of trust and role reversal. Welcome everyone to another episode of Information for Life, Insights and Ideas to Navigate Your World. I'm your host, Daniel Boyd, and as always, we're here to delve deep into topics that touch our lives, sometimes in unexpected ways. Before we begin today's episode, I want to give you a clear heads up about the nature of our discussion. We're venturing into a topic that's adult in nature, focusing on an aspect of intimacy that's often shrouded in mystery and sometimes misunderstandings. Today's episode, titled Reversed Roles, Exploring Intimacy's New Horizons, is going to take us into the complex world of emotional and psychological dynamics within adult relationships, specifically through the lens of what we're calling reversed roles. Now, this term might sound cryptic, but it's a deliberate choice to approach a sensitive subject with the respect and seriousness it deserves. You will likely figure out what this term, reversed roles, is defining in the context of male-female sexual role dynamics in the bedroom. In our journey today, we won't be delving into explicit details. Instead, our focus will be on understanding the deep psychological and relational facets of these reversed roles. How do they influence trust, communication, and connection within a committed partnership? How can exploring new horizons in intimacy lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our partners? As always, we're backed by research and insights from the world of psychology and relationship studies. From the works of researchers like Gavin Fink in their exploration of modern couple relationships, to the insights of Herbenik and colleagues on sexual diversity in the United States, we have a rich tapestry of knowledge to draw from. So whether you're here out of curiosity, seeking understanding, or looking to deepen your own insights into the dynamics of your relationship, this episode promises to be an enlightening journey. Let's dive in with an open mind and a willingness to explore reversed roles, exploring intimacy's new horizons. Now, let's unpack what we mean by reversed roles. This term, while it sounds abstract, actually refers to a specific type of intimacy, one that challenges traditional gender dynamics, particularly in the context of romantic relationships' private sphere, the bedroom. Traditionally, in many cultures, there's predefined roles, expectations, and dynamics when it comes to gender and sexuality. Typically, these roles align with societal norms and conventions, often dictating how individuals express themselves sexually and emotionally in a relationship. But what happens when a couple decides to step outside these traditional boundaries? When they choose to reverse these roles, so to speak? That's where reversed roles comes into play. It's about exploring intimacy in a way that may not align with conventional gender roles. This exploration can be eye-opening. It's not just about physicality, it's deeply psychological. It challenges preconceived notions of masculinity and femininity, bringing a new level of trust and vulnerability into a relationship. You might wonder, why is this important? Well, according to researchers like Van Enders in their work on sexual configurations theory, our sexual identities and practices are far more diverse and complex than traditional models often acknowledge. This diversity can play a crucial role in how we connect with our partners and understand ourselves better. And let's be clear, exploring reversed roles isn't about diminishing or negating traditional expressions of intimacy. Rather, it's about expanding the spectrum of what intimacy can look like. It's about creating a space where partners feel free to express themselves fully without the constraints of conventional expectations. As we dive deeper into this topic, we'll explore not just the what and the how, but also the profound why behind reversed roles and their impact on the emotional and psychological fabric of a relationship. As we dive deeper into the concept of reversed roles, it's crucial to acknowledge the different contexts in which this practice is undertaken. While it's a subject often veiled in mystery and at times misconceptions, the motivations and dynamics behind it can vary greatly from one couple to another. On one end of the spectrum, there's a subset of individuals who engage in reversed roles as a form of power play, sexual gratification, or even as a means of dealing with deeper psychological issues like self-degradation or self-loathing. This approach, while valid for some, often revolves around surface-level motivations and can sometimes stem from a place of unresolved personal conflicts. Researchers like Herbenek and others, 2017, in their study on sexual diversity in the United States, have highlighted the broad range of motivations and practice in intimate relationships, showing that these psychological underpinnings can be varied as the practice themselves. However, there's another side to this practice, one that's rooted in love, trust, commitment, and mutual understanding. This perspective on reversed roles is not about dominance, punishment, or surface-level desires. Instead, it's about deepening the bond of partnership, exploring new avenues of trust, and enhancing emotional intimacy. Gabb and Fink, in their insightful book, Couple Relationships in the 21st Century, discuss how modern relationships are increasingly moving beyond traditional boundaries, embracing more egalitarian and mutually supportive dynamics. This shift is reflective of a healthier approach to intimacy and relationship building, where practices like, quote, reversed roles, end quote, are seen as avenues for strengthening the partnership. It's about creating a safe space where both partners feel valued, respected, and emotionally connected. Engaging in these practices from a place of love and commitment transforms them into acts of profound trust and partnership. As we continue to explore reversed roles, it's essential to keep this perspective in mind. The healthiest and most fulfilling experiences in any aspect of a relationship, especially those involving intimacy, are grounded in mutual respect, love, and a desire to deepen the connection between partners. Section 1. The Psychology of Vulnerability. As we move into the next part of our discussion on reversed roles, it's vital to delve into a key component that underpins this practice: the psychology of vulnerability in relationships. Vulnerability, often misunderstood, is actually a cornerstone of deep, meaningful connections. It's about the willingness to open up, to show parts of ourselves that we usually keep hidden, and to trust our partner with these truths. According to Brené Brown, a researcher known for her work on vulnerability, expressing our vulnerabilities can lead to greater intimacy and stronger bonds in relationships. Her work, though not traditional peer-reviewed research, has been influential in understanding the role of vulnerability in human connections. In the context of reversed roles, vulnerability takes on a unique dimension. It challenges conventional norms, asking partners to step into unfamiliar territory where traditional notions of strength and control are redefined. This act of vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's a profound display of strength and trust. It's about being secure enough in the relationship to explore and express desires and interests that might be outside the norm. Raymond, Rollini, and Felice, 2011, in their study on sexual self-disclosure, highlight the importance of openness in sexual satisfaction and functioning in committed relationships. They found that couples who communicate openly about their sexual needs and desires tend to have more fulfilling and satisfying relationships. So, when we talk about vulnerability in the realm of reversed roles, it's about more than just a physical act. It's about emotional bravery, trust, and the willingness to explore new aspects of our relationships in a safe and consensual environment. Building on our discussion of vulnerability in relationships, let's explore how engaging in reversed roles can actually deepen the levels of trust and connection between partners. Trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship. It's about feeling safe with your partner, both emotionally and physically. When a couple decides to engage in reversed roles, they're essentially placing a high level of trust in each other. This practice requires open communication, mutual consent, and a profound respect for each other's boundaries and desires. In their exploration of couple relationships in the 21st century, Gabb and Fink, 2015, discuss how modern couples are increasingly seeking new ways to connect and express their intimacy. This often involves stepping out of traditional roles and experimenting with new dynamics, which can lead to a stronger sense of partnership and trust. Imagine this. By reversing roles, partners get to experience a different side of each other and themselves. This can be incredibly revealing and at times transformative. It's a journey that requires not just physical openness, but emotional and psychological as well. In such scenarios, partners learn to communicate in new ways, understand each other's needs and vulnerabilities, and develop a deeper empathy for each other's experiences. This shared journey can create a unique bond, one that is fortified by the trust and understanding that comes from navigating these new experiences together. Further supporting this idea, Raymond, Rellini, and Felice in 2011 found that sexual self-disclosure, which includes discussing and exploring new aspects of intimacy, is key to sexual satisfaction and functioning in committed relationships. It's not just about the physical act, it's about the emotional connection that is fostered through these shared experiences. So, in the context of reversed roles, trust and connection are not just maintained, they are deepened. They become the driving force that allows couples to explore their relationships in ways that are both intimate and empowering. Having explored how reversed roles can deepen trust and connection in relationships, let's transition to another critical aspect of this discussion in our next segment: why commitment matters. Commitment in a relationship does more than just define its boundaries. It provides a foundation of security and trust, essential for exploring deeper aspects of intimacy like reversed roles. Commitment means knowing that you and your partner are on the same page, that you have each other's best interests at heart, and that you are both willing to navigate the complexities of your relationship together. Research in the field of relationship dynamics, such as the work by Gavin Fink in 2015, emphasizes that commitment is a key element in evolving and deepening relationships. It's not just about longevity, it's about the quality and depth of the connection. When it comes to reversed roles, commitment takes on a special significance. It's about providing a safe and secure environment where both partners feel comfortable expressing themselves, exploring new experiences, and being vulnerable without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. In a committed relationship, reversed roles become an avenue for mutual growth, exploration, and understanding. It allows couples to explore aspects of the relationship that might otherwise be left uncharted, deepening their emotional connection and mutual trust. As we delve deeper into why commitment matters, especially in the context of reverse roles, we'll uncover how it not only safeguards the relationship, but also enriches it, allowing both partners to fully express and explore their desires and boundaries in a loving and respectful way. Section 2. Why commitment matters. As we delve into the importance of engaging in reversed roles within a committed and loving relationship, we come to understand that this practice is not just about exploring new dimensions of physical intimacy. It's about the powerful emotional and psychological journey that couples, thruples, etc., embark on together. In a committed relationship, whether monogamous or ethically non-monogamous, there is an underlying assurance of emotional safety. This kind of environment is essential when exploring something as profound and intimate as reversed roles. It's about knowing that your partner respects you, cares for your well-being, and is committed to the journey with you. This practice, within the bounds of a loving relationship, becomes an expression of trust and mutual respect. It's an exploration that goes beyond physicality, touching the very core of emotional bonds and understanding. According to Van Anders in 2015 in their work on sexual configurations theory, sexual expression and practices are deeply entwined with our emotional and relational lives. Engaging in practices like, quote, reversed roles, end quote, within a committed relationship can strengthen these ties, providing a unique opportunity for partners to explore and understand each other's desires, boundaries, and emotional needs. Imagine a space where you and your partner can express your deepest desires and vulnerabilities without fear. This is what a committed and loving relationship offers, a safe harbor for exploration, where the focus is on strengthening the bond and enriching the relationship. Commitment in this context acts as a guiding force. It's not about restricting freedom. Rather, it's about creating a foundation of trust and understanding, which is crucial for any form of intimate exploration, especially one as nuanced as, quote, reversed roles, end quote. So when we consider the role of commitment in the context of reversed roles, it's clear that it's about much more than just a physical experience. It's a journey of emotional depth, mutual respect, and profound connection. In our exploration of reversed roles within committed relationships, it becomes increasingly clear that a secure emotional bond is not just beneficial, but essential when venturing into new aspects of intimacy. Let's look at what the research says about this. Studies have consistently shown that the security of an emotional bond in a relationship can significantly influence how partners navigate and experience intimacy. This is particularly true when exploring practices that are new or outside traditional norms. For instance, the study by Raymond, Rollini, and Felice in 2011 emphasized the importance of sexual self-disclosure in committed relationships. They found that couples who felt secure in their emotional connection were more likely to communicate openly about their desires and needs, leading to greater satisfaction and a more fulfilling sexual experience. This finding is particularly relevant when we consider reversed roles. In such scenarios, the ability to openly discuss and navigate this new terrain is crucial. A secure emotional bond fosters an environment where both partners feel safe to express their curiosities and concerns. Similarly, Gabin Fink's research on modern couple relationships highlights the evolving nature of intimacy. Their work suggests that couples who share a strong emotional connection are more likely to experiment with and enjoy new forms of intimacy, viewing them as opportunities to deepen their relationships rather than as challenges or threats. What these studies collectively tell us is that the bedrock of any successful exploration of new intimate practices, including so-called reversed roles, is a deep, secure emotional bond. It's this bond that allows partners to trust, explore, and grow together. So, for couples considering reversed roles or any other new intimate practice, the focus should be first on cultivating and nurturing this secure emotional connection. It's the key to unlocking a more profound and satisfying exploration of intimacy. Having delved into the importance of commitment and the roles of a secure emotional bond in relationships, let's shift our focus to the next segment, the dynamics of reversed roles. In this segment, we're going to explore the unique dynamics that come into play with reversed roles. This isn't just about the physical aspects. It's about understanding the deeper emotional, psychological, and even social facets of this practice. What exactly changes when couples decide to reverse traditional roles, particularly in the privacy of their relationship? How does this shift impact their dynamic, both in intimate settings and in the broader context of their relationship? We'll be looking at how reversed roles can challenge traditional norms, the impact this can have on how partners see and understand each other, and how it can potentially lead to a richer, more nuanced understanding of intimacy and connection. Join me as we unpack these dynamics. Section 3. The dynamics of reversed roles. As we venture into understanding the emotional and relational dynamics of reversed roles, it's important to recognize the depth and complexity of this practice. Reversed roles involves much more than a mere change in physical dynamics. They encompass a shift in emotional power and understanding within the relationship. This shift can be both revealing and transformative. Firstly, let's consider the emotional dynamics. Engaging in reversed roles often requires individuals to tap into other parts of their emotional selves that may not align with traditional expectations. For many, this can be an exercise in empathy, understanding, and emotional flexibility. Imagine for a moment stepping into your partner's shoes, experiencing a different aspect of intimacy from their perspective. This can lead to a deeper understanding of each other's desires, fears, and vulnerabilities. It's an exploration that often leads to heightened emotional intimacy and a new level of mutual understanding. From a relational standpoint, reversed roles challenges conventional power dynamics. In traditional models, there's often an implicit power structure in intimate relationships. By reversing these roles, couples can explore a more egalitarian or balanced dynamic where both partners share control and vulnerability. According to Sokolow and others in 2014, in their study on dominant heterosexual sexual scripts, challenging traditional scripts can lead to more satisfying and equitable relationships. This exploration can help partners break free from limiting norms, allowing them to express themselves more authentically. In essence, the practice of reversed roles is about opening new channels of communication, deepening emotional connections, and redefining the power dynamics in a relationship. It's a journey that, when approached with care, respect, and mutual understanding, can significantly enrich a couple's emotional and relational experience. As we delve deeper into the dynamics of reversed roles, it's fascinating to consider how this practice can challenge and potentially enrich our traditional understanding of masculine and feminine energies within a partnership. In many cultures, there are distinct, often rigid ideas of what constitutes masculine and feminine behaviors, especially in the context of intimacy. But what happens when a couple decides to explore reversed roles? This practice can blur, and in some cases completely dissolve, the traditional boundaries that define masculine and feminine energies. It invites couples to redefine these energies in a way that resonates more authentically with their individual personalities and their unique relationship dynamics. Van Ender's work on sexual configurations theory in 2015 suggests that our understanding of sexual orientation, gender, and sex is far more fluid and complex than traditional models have allowed. Engaging in practices like reversed roles can be a powerful way for partners to explore these complexities within the safety of a committed relationship. Imagine a scenario where traditional roles are not just reversed, but are seen as fluid. In this space, partners have the freedom to express strengths, vulnerabilities, and desires that might not align with conventional gender norms. This can lead to a richer, more nuanced partnership where both individuals feel seen and understood beyond stereotypical labels. By challenging these traditional roles, reversed roles can foster a deeper level of empathy and understanding between partners. It allows individuals to experience and appreciate the strengths and challenges that their partners face, leading to a more balanced and equitable relationship. Remember, reverse roles can be more than just intimate practice. It can be a journey of discovery and growth, challenging traditional norms and enriching the understanding of masculine and feminine energies in a partnership. It's about building a relationship where both partners are free to express the full spectrum of their personalities and desires. Having explored the rich dynamics of reversed roles and their potential to redefine traditional energies within a partnership, let's shift our focus to a fundamental aspect of any relationship, particularly when exploring new territories of intimacy: communication and consent. In this segment, we're going to delve into why open, honest communication and explicit consent are not just important, but absolutely essential, especially in practices like reverse roles. We'll discuss how effective communication can set the stage for a healthy exploration of new experiences, and how consent is the cornerstone of trust and respect in any intimate encounter. Stay with us as we unpack the nuances of communication and the pivotal role of consent in reversed roles, ensuring that such explorations are not only enjoyable, but also safe, respectful, and aligned with the comfort levels of both partners. Join me as we navigate these crucial aspects, backed by insights from experts and real-life experiences, shedding light on how to approach these conversations with care and understanding. Section 4. Communication and consent. As we dive into the heart of this segment on communication and consent, it's crucial to emphasize the absolute necessity of open communication, clear consent, and mutual enthusiasm in any form of intimate exploration, especially in practices like reversed roles. Open communication is the bedrock of understanding and comfort in a relationship. It involves being honest and transparent about one's desires, boundaries, and concerns. This is particularly important when exploring new aspects of intimacy, as it ensures that both partners are on the same page. Studies, like the one by Riemann, Rollini, and Felice in 2011, have shown that sexual satisfaction and functioning in committed relationships are deeply tied to how effectively partners communicate about their sexual needs and preferences. Consent is another non-negotiable aspect. It's about more than just saying yes or no. It's about understanding and respecting each other's boundaries and comfort levels. Clear consent ensures that both partners feel respected and valued in their exploration. In the context of reversed roles, where partners may be navigating uncharted waters, the importance of consent cannot be overstated. It's the foundation that allows both individuals to explore these new experiences without fear or hesitation. And then there's mutual enthusiasm. This is about both partners feeling genuinely excited and comfortable with the exploration. It's not just about agreeing to try something new. It's about both partners being actively interested and enthusiastic about the experience. Effective communication, clear consent, and mutual enthusiasm are key to ensuring that reversed roles is a fulfilling, enjoyable, and respectful experience. These are the pillars that uphold the safety, trust, and connection that make these explorations meaningful and rewarding. So as we consider reversed roles, let's remember that the journey is not just about the destination. It's about how we navigate the path together with openness, respect, and mutual joy. Now that we understand the importance of communication and consent, let's discuss practical tips on how couples can approach the conversation about exploring reversed roles. This is about creating a dialogue that is as comfortable as it is constructive. Create a safe space for discussion. Start by ensuring that both you and your partner feel comfortable and safe to discuss intimate topics. Choose a time and a place where you won't be interrupted or distracted and where you both feel at ease. Use I statements. When discussing something as personal as reversed roles, it's helpful to use I statements. For example, I feel curious about exploring different aspects of our intimacy rather than making generalized statements. This approach keeps the conversation non-accusatory and focuses on personal feelings and desires. Be open and honest. Honesty is key in these discussions. Share your thoughts, feelings, and desires openly. It's also important to be receptive to your partner's thoughts and feelings, even if they differ from your own. Educate yourselves together. If you're both new to the concept of reversed roles, take some time to educate yourselves about it together. This could involve reading articles, listening to podcasts, or consulting with a relationship therapist. It's about making an informed decision. Discuss boundaries and comfort levels. Clearly communicate your boundaries and ask about your partner's. And make sure your partner understands those boundaries. Understanding and respecting each other's limits is crucial for a positive experience. Express mutual enthusiasm. Ensure that both partners are genuinely interested and enthusiastic about exploring reversed roles. It should never feel like an obligation or something done solely to please the other person. Plan and prepare together. If you both decide to proceed, plan and prepare for the experience together. This preparation can be part of the bonding experience and help alleviate any nervousness or apprehension. Remember, it's a process. Understand that comfort with new experiences can take time. Be patient with each other and allow for the possibility of gradual exploration. Approach the conversation about reversed roles with sensitivity, openness, and respect can not only make the discussion easier, but can also strengthen your bond as you navigate these new experiences together. After discussing the foundational aspects of communication and consent, let's transition to our next segment, navigating the emotional landscape. In this part, we'll explore the emotional nuances and impacts that engaging in reverse roles can have on individuals and their relationships. It's crucial to recognize that venturing into new intimate practices like reverse roles isn't just a physical journey, it's an emotional one as well. This segment will delve into the various emotions that can surface, how to manage them, and the way in which this exploration can affect the emotional dynamics of a relationship. Join me as we navigate these complex emotional waters, offering insights and guidance on how to ensure that this journey enriches and deepens the emotional bond between partners. Let's dive into understanding the emotional landscapes that come with exploring reversed roles and how couples can navigate these emotions in a healthy, constructive way. Section 5. Navigating the emotional landscape. As we delve into the emotional landscape of reversed roles, it's important to explore how this practice can affect the emotional balance within a relationship. This journey can bring about a range of emotions, from exhilaration to vulnerability to guilt, and it's essential to understand and navigate these feelings. Heightened intimacy and connection. For many couples, exploring reversed roles can lead to increased emotional intimacy. By sharing in a new and vulnerable experience, partners can feel closer and more connected than ever before. Challenging traditional norms. Engaging in reversed roles can challenge deeply ingrained beliefs and norms about masculinity and femininity. This can be liberating, but it can also provoke introspection and reevaluation of personal and relational identities. Enhanced empathy. By experiencing a different aspect of intimacy, partners may develop a greater empathy for each other's experiences and perspectives. This can lead to a more understanding and compassionate relationship. Navigating vulnerability. Reversed roles can expose vulnerabilities and insecurities. It's important for partners to support each other through these feelings, fostering an environment of safety and trust. Potential for misunderstandings. Without clear communication, exploring new dynamics like reversed roles can lead to misunderstandings or emotional dissonance. Continuous, open dialogue is essential to maintain emotional alignment. Managing expectations. It's vital for partners to manage their expectations and be open to the possibility that the experience may not meet their initial fantasies or preconceptions. This requires a level of flexibility and adaptability in the emotional approach. Rediscovery of self and partnership. This exploration can be a journey of self-discovery for both partners. It can redefine what pleasure, intimacy, and connection mean in their relationship, potentially leading to a more balanced and fulfilling partnership. Navigating the emotional landscape of reversed roles requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to be present with each other's emotions. It's a journey that, when approached with care and mutual respect, can significantly enhance the emotional depth and harmony within a relationship. As we consider the emotional journey of reversed roles, it's imperative to offer strategies to ensure that both partners feel respected, safe, and cared for throughout their exploration. Let's talk about how couples, thruples, etc. can foster this environment. Establish clear boundaries. Before beginning, discuss and agree upon clear boundaries. Knowing each partner's limits fosters a sense of safety and respect. Use safe words. Implementing a safe word system can provide an immediate halt to any activity that becomes uncomfortable, ensuring that both partners maintain control over the experience. Debrief post-experience. Set aside time after exploring reverse roles to debrief and discuss how each partner felt about the experience. This helps process emotions and reinforces the feeling of being heard and cared for. Prioritize aftercare. After exploring new intimate practices, engage in aftercare to reconnect and comfort each other. This could be through physical closeness, verbal reassurance, or any other activity that helps restore emotional equilibrium. Progress gradually. Take small steps in your exploration. Gradually increasing the level of exploration can prevent feelings of being overwhelmed and ensure that both partners are comfortable with each progression. Check in regularly. During the exploration, regularly check in with each other to ensure that both partners are still comfortable and consenting. This ongoing communication reinforces trust and care. Respect individual experiences. Understand that each partner may have a different experience and reaction to reversed roles. Respecting these differences is crucial for maintaining a healthy emotional connection. Professional guidance. Don't hesitate to seek professional guidance if needed. A therapist specializing in intimacy and relationships can offer tailored advice and strategies for your journey. Navigating the exploration of reversed roles with care, respect, and open communication can be a deeply rewarding experience for all partners. It's about journeying together with compassion and a commitment to each other's well-being. As we navigate through the emotional nuances of reversed roles and their impact on relationships, it's time to transition to our next segment, fostering equality through reversed roles. In this segment, we'll delve into how reversed roles can not only challenge traditional dynamics, but also foster a sense of equality and balance within a partnership. We're going to explore how engaging in these practices can redefine how partners view each other, breaking down conventional power structures and paving the way for a more equitable relationship. Join me as we uncover how reversed roles can become a powerful tool in building a partnership where both individuals are seen, valued, and respected equally, not just in the bedroom, but in all aspects of their relationship. Let's dive into the transformative potential of reversed roles in reshaping our understanding of equality within a loving and committed partnership. Section 6. Fostering equality through reversed roles. As we begin this part of our journey, let's first introduce the concept of equality in romantic relationships and understand why it's so crucial. Equality in relationships is about more than just sharing chores or making decisions together. It's a deeper concept that encompasses mutual respect, understanding, and valuing each other's needs, desires, and contributions equally. In a truly equal partnership, both individuals have the freedom to express themselves, their strengths and vulnerabilities, without fear of judgment or imbalance in power dynamics. This kind of equality fosters a healthy, nurturing environment where love, respect, and support are reciprocal. The importance of equality in romantic relationships cannot be overstated. It is fundamental to the emotional well-being of both partners and to the overall health of the relationship. True equality helps in avoiding power struggles and in building a stronger, more resilient bond. In the context of reversed roles, this concept of equality takes on unique significance. This practice can challenge traditional perceptions of power and control in a relationship, opening up new avenues for understanding and balance. Let's explore how engaging in reversed roles can not only enhance the perception of equality in a relationship, but also highlight the responsibilities that come with such a dynamic. In many relationships, even without conscious intent, traditional gender roles can establish certain power dynamics. These roles often dictate who leads and who follows, who is more dominant and who is more submissive, particularly in intimate settings. When couples engage in reversed roles, these traditional dynamics are called into question, and often they are inverted or equalized. This practice allows both partners to experience both sides of power and vulnerability, which can be an eye-opening experience. For instance, in a relationship where traditional roles are reversed, a partner who typically takes a more passive role may find themselves in a position of control or leadership. Conversely, the partner who is usually more dominant might experience vulnerability and submission. This role reversal can lead to new understanding and appreciation of each other's experiences and challenges. Such experiences can be transformative. They can create a deeper sense of empathy and understanding as each partner gains insights into the other's perspective. This can lead to a more balanced view of each partner's role in the relationship, not just in intimate moments, but in day-to-day interactions as well. This shift in dynamics can also affect how partners receive and relate to each other emotionally. It can foster a sense of mutual respect and appreciation for the strengths and vulnerabilities that each partner brings into the relationship. In essence, reversed roles can serve as a powerful tool for dismantling traditional power structures, paving the way for a relationship where equality is not just an ideal, but a lived reality. With the understanding of how reversed roles can enhance equality in a relationship, it's equally important to address the responsibilities that come with such an equal partnership. An equal partnership is not just about sharing power, it's about sharing responsibilities. Responsibilities that are often more nuanced than they appear. Mutual respect. At the core of an equal partnership is mutual respect. This means acknowledging and valuing each other's opinions, feelings, and choices. In the context of reversed roles, this respect is crucial as it forms the foundation of trust and safety needed to explore and grow. Shared decision-making. In an equal partnership, decisions, especially those impacting the relationship, are made together. This collaborative approach ensures that both partners have a voice and that their views are considered and respected. Equitable distribution of emotional labor. Often overlooked, emotional labor, the effort put into maintaining and nurturing the emotional health of the relationship, should be distributed equally. Both partners should contribute to understanding, empathizing, and supporting each other. Open communication. Ongoing, honest communication is a responsibility in an equal partnership. It involves actively listening, expressing thoughts and feelings openly, and addressing conflicts constructively. Supporting each other's growth. In an equal partnership, both individuals support each other's personal growth and aspirations. This includes encouraging each other to pursue interests, goals, and personal development, both within and outside the relationship. Responsibility for personal actions. Each partner is responsible for their actions and behaviors. This means being accountable for how one's actions affect the other and the relationship as a whole. Embracing these responsibilities can strengthen the bond in an equal partnership, creating a relationship that is not only balanced in power, but also rich in mutual support, understanding, and growth. To further illustrate the impact of non-traditional intimate practices on equality in relationships, let's look at some insights from Sakaluk and others, 2014. Sakaluk and colleagues explored how challenging traditional sexual scripts can influence relationship dynamics. Their findings suggest that couples who step outside traditional roles often report higher levels of satisfaction and a sense of fairness in their relationships. The research conducted by Sakaluk and others, 2014, provides valuable insights into the nature of sexual scripts among emerging adults and how these scripts are evolving. This research comprised 3 studies aimed at examining current sexual scripts and developing a measure of sexual script endorsement. Key findings. Gendered scripts. The study confirmed the existence of traditional gendered sexual scripts. These include men's strong physical orientation to sex, women's emotional orientation, men initiating sexual encounters, and expectations for men to be sexually skilled. Shift from traditional scripts. Interestingly, the study found some deviations from these traditional scripts. For example, in the largest subscale related to sexual standards, responses about casual sex or having multiple sexual partners did not differ significantly between genders. This suggests a shift away from traditional gender-specific views on sexual behaviors. Perception of players. The study also noted a contrast to the traditional sexual double standard and how sexually active men are perceived. Unlike the stereotype that celebrates men's sexual contests, participants, especially men, viewed those who engage in casual sex with multiple partners as players, a term used negatively to imply manipulation and deception. Respect for restraint. The study found that men who turn down opportunities for casual sex gain respect, indicating a movement towards more egalitarian and respectful attitudes in sexual relationships. Implications for reversed roles. These findings are significant when discussing reversed roles in relationships. The shift away from traditional sexual scripts towards more egalitarian views suggests that engaging in non-traditional intimate practices like quote-unquote reversed roles might further encourage this trend. But by challenging and redefining traditional gender roles, such practices could contribute to a more balanced and equal dynamics within relationships. This research supports the idea that stepping outside of conventional sexual scripts can lead to a reevaluation and potentially a more equitable perception of roles in a relationship. These research findings shed light on the potential transformative impact of reversed roles and similar practices on the perception of equality in relationships. They underscore the importance of challenging traditional norms to foster a more balanced and satisfying partnership. As we're wrapping up our exploration of reversed roles and their impact on fostering equality in relationships, let's draw some conclusions on how this practice can contribute to a healthier, more balanced view of partnership. Quote-unquote reversed roles, as we've seen, are more than just an exploration of non-traditional intimate practices. They represent a profound shift in how we understand and engage with our partners in the most intimate aspects of our relationships. Breaking down traditional roles. By challenging and redefining traditional gender roles, the practice of codename quote-unquote reversed roles encourage couples to view each other beyond societal stereotypes. This leads to a more nuanced understanding of each other's needs, desires, and strengths. Enhancing mutual respect. This practice fosters a deep sense of mutual respect. When partners experience both sides of vulnerability and control, they gain a greater appreciation for each other's experiences, further solidifying their respect and empathy for one another. Promoting open communication. Engaging in quote-unquote reversed roles often necessitates and thereby promotes open, honest communication. This level of communication is essential for a healthy relationship as it ensures that both partners feel heard, understood, and valued. Developing emotional intelligence. Through these experiences, partners can develop greater emotional intelligence. They become more attuned to each other's emotional states and better equipped to respond to each other's needs, thereby enhancing the emotional bond between them. At least, that's what happens with healthy, well-adjusted people. Creating a balanced power dynamic. By stepping away from traditional power dynamics, reversed roles pave the way for a more egalitarian and balanced relationship where both partners feel empowered and equally invested. In summary, the exploration of reversed roles can significantly contribute to a healthier, more balanced view of partnership. It opens up new pathways for understanding, respect, and emotional connection, laying the groundwork for a relationship that thrives on equality, mutual support, and deep, meaningful intimacy. Having explored how reversed roles can foster equality and balance in a partnership, it's time to navigate a more delicate topic in our next session: navigating the end of a relationship after deep intimacy. This segment will delve into the emotional complexities and psychological impacts of ending a relationship that has experienced deep levels of intimacy, such as those found in quote-unquote reversed roles. We'll discuss the unique challenges faced when such a relationship concludes, especially from the perspective of a partner who has embraced the concept of equality and deep trust. It's an exploration of the emotional fallout and the journey towards healing and understanding. Join me as we explore the nuanced emotional landscape that unfolds when deeply intimate relationships come to an end, and how individuals can navigate these challenging waters with resilience and hope. Section 7. Navigating the end of a relationship after deep intimacy. As we venture into this next segment, we delve into a topic that's often difficult and not openly talked about, yet profoundly important: the disillusion of a relationship after experiencing deep levels of intimacy, such as those encountered in practices like reverse roles. The end of any relationship can be challenging, but when it follows a journey of deep intimacy and vulnerability, the emotional impact can be even more significant. This is particularly true in relationships where traditional roles have been reversed and a high level of equality and trust has been established. In this segment, we'll particularly focus on the male perspective, exploring the psychological impact on men who have embraced equality and vulnerability in their relationship. This is a perspective that's often less discussed, yet it holds crucial insights into the complexities of modern relationships and emotional health. We'll examine the unique challenges and emotional experiences that men may face when such deeply intimate relationships come to an end. This includes the sense of loss, betrayal, and the process of redefining one's identity and emotional balance post-breakup. Join me as we navigate the intricacies of relationship dissolution post-intimacy, seeking to understand the emotional landscape and the paths towards healing and growth. Now, let's delve into the emotional and psychological impact experienced by men at the termination of a relationship where deep engagement and equality were key components. When a relationship that involves practices like reversed roles ends, it can leave a profound impact, particularly on men who have embraced these dynamics of equality and vulnerability. The end of such relationships often mean more than just losing a partner. It can feel like losing a part of oneself. Drawing from attachment theory, as pioneered by John Bowlby and further developed by Mary Ainsworth, we understand that deep emotional bonds like those formed in intimate relationships play a critical role in our sense of security and well-being. When these bonds are broken, it can lead to intense feelings of loss and insecurity. Loss of an emotional safe haven. For men who have opened themselves up to this level of vulnerability in a relationship, the partner often becomes an emotional safe haven. The loss of this relationship can leave them feeling unprotected and emotionally exposed. Identity reassessment. Engaging in reverse roles can be a significant part of one's identity and self-expression within a relationship. The end of such a relationship may necessitate a reevaluation of self-identity and role perception. Attachment insecurity. Bowlby's attachment theory suggests that the loss of a significant attachment figure can actually lead to attachment insecurity. This can manifest as increased anxiety, avoidance of future intimacy, or difficulty in forming trusting relationships. Grieving the loss. Just as Ainsworth described varying attachment styles, the grieving process too can vary. It's important to recognize and validate the unique ways in which individuals, in this case men, may grieve the loss of a deeply intimate relationship. Coping with emotional turmoil. The emotional turmoil following such a breakup can be complex, involving feelings of betrayal, confusion, and a re-examination of past vulnerabilities. Understanding these psychological impacts is crucial in navigating the aftermath of a relationship end. It is a process that requires time, self-compassion, and often support from others, whether friends, family, or professionals. Let's now focus on the unique challenges and psychological impacts that may arise specifically from the ending of a relationship where quote-unquote reversed roles were a practiced dynamic. The termination of a relationship involving reversed roles brings with it specific challenges that stem from the unique nature of this level of intimacy. Trust and vulnerability. In a relationship with quote-unquote reversed roles, there is often a heightened sense of trust and vulnerability. The end of such a relationship can leave individuals, especially men who have embraced these roles, and especially when it was the first woman the man embraced these roles with, feeling a profound breach of this trust. It can lead to a sense of betrayal that may affect their willingness to be vulnerable in future relationships. Loss of a unique connection. Reversed roles often create a unique and deep connection between partners. The loss of this special bond can lead to a profound sense of grief, as it's not just the loss of a partner, but the loss of a specific type of intimacy that may have been a significant part of one's identity and emotional expression. Rebuilding self-perception. For men who have engaged deeply in these roles, the end of the relationship might necessitate a reassessment of their self-perception and masculinity. This could involve grappling with societal norms and personal beliefs about gender roles and intimacy. Emotional disorientation. The sudden shift from deep emotional and intimate engagement to its absence can cause emotional disorientation. This might manifest as confusion, emotional numbness, or an intense period of emotional upheaval. Challenges in future intimacy. The experience can lead to apprehension or anxiety in future intimate relationships. Men may become cautious about engaging deeply, or may struggle with how to navigate intimacy without reverting to traditional roles that no longer feel authentic. Recognizing and addressing these challenges is crucial in the healing process. It involves acknowledging the depth of the loss, understanding the impact on one's self-perception, and gradually rebuilding trust in oneself and in future relationships. It is important to understand that if you are a woman who had a man who trusted you on this level and saw you as an equal and you discarded him, especially if you were the one who introduced him to this level of intimacy and he trusted you implicitly, you didn't only hurt him. You hurt the future women he will not be vulnerable with, and that is a capital offense against society itself. As we reflect on the challenges of ending a relationship with deep intimacy, like those involving reversed roles, it's imperative to discuss the importance of contextual commitment. The decision to engage in deeply vulnerable practices such as reversed roles should be rooted in a solid, committed relationship foundation, regardless of monogamy or ethical non-monogamy. This is crucial not only for the health and safety of both partners, but also for the emotional integrity of the relationship. Building trust and security. Before venturing into practices like reversed roles, there needs to be a well-established sense of trust and security. A committed relationship provides a stable environment where partners can feel safe to explore and be vulnerable. Understanding and respect. Deeply intimate practices require a profound level of understanding and respect between partners. This level of mutual regard is typically fostered over time in a committed relationship. Emotional preparedness. Commitment also signifies a certain level of emotional preparedness and maturity. It indicates that both partners are ready to handle the intense emotions and experiences that may come with practices like reversed roles. Navigating challenges together. A committed relationship implies a willingness to navigate challenges together. When engaging in vulnerable practices, challenges may arise, and a strong relationship foundation ensures that partners can support each other through these times. Long-term perspectives. Engaging in reversed roles within the context of a committed relationship suggests a long-term perspective where partners are invested in each other's well-being and the health of the relationship. It's important to approach reversed roles with a sense of responsibility and care, recognizing that such practices aren't just about the moments of intimacy, but also about the broader context of the relationship's health and future. In the aftermath of a relationship that involved deep intimacy and practices like reversed roles, moving forward in healing can be a complex journey. Let's discuss some strategies that can aid in coping with the end of such a relationship, emphasizing the importance of professional support, self-care, and gradual healing. Seek professional support. Don't hesitate to seek help from a therapist or counselor, especially one who specializes in relationships and intimacy issues. Professional support can provide a safe space to process emotions and offer guidance tailored to your individual experience. Engage in self-care. Prioritize self-care activities that nurture your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This could include exercise, hobbies, meditation, or simply spending time in nature. Self-care helps in maintaining a healthy balance during emotionally turbulent times. Allow time for grieving. Recognize that it's natural to grieve the loss of a deep relationship. Give yourself permission to feel and express your emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, or confusion. Grieving is a crucial part of the healing process. Build a support system. Lean on friends, family, or support groups who can offer understanding and empathy. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can provide comfort and perspective during difficult times. Reflect and learn. Take time to reflect on the relationship and what you've learned from it. Understanding what you valued in the relationship, as well as what challenges you faced, can be insightful for personal growth in future relationships. Gradual healing. Accept that healing is a gradual process. There's no set timeline for moving on, and it's important to be patient with yourself as you navigate this path. Re-engage with life. Gradually re-engage with activities and social circles. Reconnecting with life's various aspects can help in regaining a sense of normalcy and purpose. Set future goals. When you're ready, set goals for yourself, both personal and relational. Having goals can provide direction and a sense of progress as you rebuild your life post-breakup. While the end of a deeply intimate relationship is undoubtedly challenging, it also presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. With the right strategies and support, you can navigate this journey with resilience and emerge with a deeper understanding of yourself and what you seek in future relationships. As we draw this episode to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the significance of understanding and preparing for the emotional potential consequences of deep intimacy in relationships. Deep intimacy, especially in forms like reversed roles, opens us up to profound emotional experiences. While these experiences can be incredibly enriching and fulfilling, they'll also carry the potential for significant emotional impact, especially if the relationship is short-sightedly ended by the other person. It's crucial for us to recognize that with great vulnerability comes great emotional responsibility on both sides. When we open ourselves up to such deep levels of intimacy, we must also be prepared to handle the complex emotions that might arise, both during the relationship and in the event of its dissolution. Being aware of these potential emotional consequences is not about discouragement from exploring deep intimacy. Instead, it's about going into these experiences with an open eyes, a prepared heart, and an understanding that the emotional landscape of such relationships can be as challenging as it is rewarding. And finally, never to engage in such things with someone who is only using you to fulfill their own fantasies and shows through their actions that they never actually cared about you or were invested in the relationship to begin with, regardless of what they told you. The journey through deep intimacy in relationships, including its challenges and endings, can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and emotional understanding. It teaches us about trust, vulnerability, resilience, and the complexity of human emotions. As we navigate the waters of intimate relationships, let's cherish the deep connections we make, learn from each experience, and carry those lessons forward into our lives. The depth of our emotional experiences in all their forms shapes us into more empathetic, understanding, and resilient individuals. As we reach the end of today's episode, Reversed Roles, Exploring Intimacy's New Horizons, I'd like to take a moment to encapsulate our journey together. We embarked on a nuanced exploration of reversed roles in relationships, delving into its impact on equality, trust, and emotional connection. We've seen how challenging traditional roles can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling partnership, but also how it requires a foundation of commitment, mutual respect, and understanding. From discussing the dynamics of reversed roles and the importance of commitment to addressing the emotional complexities of ending such deeply intimate relationships, we've covered a spectrum of experiences and insights. This journey, while diverse in its aspects, highlights a singular truth: the profound impact that deep intimacy has on our emotional lives and relationships. This episode is a reminder of the emotional depth and resilience inherent in human connections. Whether embracing new forms of intimacy or navigating the end of a relationship, the experiences we've discussed today are testament to the strength and complexity of the human heart. As we move forward in our own relationships, let's carry with us the lessons of empathy, open communication, and the courage to embrace vulnerability. Let's not shy away from exploring new horizons, but do so with care, awareness, and a deep respect for ourselves and our partners. Thank you for joining me on this insightful journey. I hope this episode has offered valuable perspectives, whether you're navigating your own intimate relationships or simply seeking to understand the intricate dynamics of human connection. Until next time, take care, embrace growth, and continue to seek deeper understandings in all aspects of your life.